Do we have any devotees of Athena watching right now? I love you all. And we will be talking about this situation that has sprung up on the lovely site of Twitter. But first, I do have to do some housekeeping. Timestamp will be up until the housekeeping is done. It's only going to be short, like 30 seconds, so you can probably watch through it. But I'm coming to you all with an off-stream segment. As you can see, there is no chat here. That's because I couldn't stream last night. However, I do still plan to stream a lot more upcoming. I'm going to be doing video games like Breath of the Wild. Going to be doing a playthrough of that before Tears of the Kingdom comes out, because I'm planning on playing that on stream. Things of that nature, so just be ready for it. And with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into it. Religion is one of those things that is very divisive to people. Okay? Extremely divisive. And I'm going to be outright. Personally, I'm an atheist. And my general take on these kinds of topics is simple. Do not impose your religious will on me forcibly. Do not try to put your religious will in government. And do not hold me to the standards of your religious beliefs. And I don't care what you do. Basically, you can believe your stuff. I can believe mine. Tim over there can believe his stuff. Jill over there can believe her stuff. Just don't impose your will on anyone else. Your religious beliefs are between you, whatever religious leader you follow, maybe, and whatever deity or deities you subscribe to. Simple. We're dealing with a situation, though, where we have, shockingly, it's typically, at least in the United States, it's Christians who do, unfortunately, try to impose their religious will on others. But now we're dealing with a Greek pagan. I'm sure we have all seen this face on Twitter, so I'm going to be reacting to this and giving my take on the situation with a cup of tea. So let's go ahead and hop into this, my kind friends. So we have this saying, me saying I'm prettier than Aphrodite just because my ancestors not gonna let a white woman curse me. Okay, so we have a meme TikTok. By the way, might I say, this man, very attractive. Very attractive. But we have this man in a meme TikTok, and let's just watch through the whole thing going forward.
Let me just preface this by saying that Aphrodite, if we look where she comes from and her origin stories, she's not white. She's from the island of Cyprus, so she's more likely to look Middle Eastern or Turkish rather than white. But that shouldn't even...
And that is where you can end the video. You can very easily construct this and go, hey, a fun fact, Aphrodite probably wasn't even conceived by, conceptualized by the ancient Greeks as a white woman. You know, she was born on the island of Cyprus, so, you know, it's a cool little fact to add on to this very obviously joke TikTok. But, we quickly go just completely downhill, as we will see moving forward, because, as you can see on this bar down below, we have a lot more watch time, unfortunately. So, let's keep watching, because this take is about to get really annoying.
matter. A literal deity doesn't need to be not white for you to not disrespect them.
And that is where we get the first thing. Do you remember when I said earlier that my general opinion on religion is don't impose your religious will or beliefs on others, and I don't care what you do? Well, that's what's happening here. And trust me, I am an equal opportunity person when it comes to criticizing religion, and this is one of the things that if I see anyone of any religious belief doing, I'm just gonna say, hey yo dude, take a chill pill, and that's what we're doing today. So let's finish this up. No more interruptions from me.
And I doubt your ancestors are going to protect you from being an edgelord. Take it from me, somebody who's asexual, aromantic, and a devotee of Athena, I am not one of Aphrodite's favorite people. But even you won't catch me saying shit like this.
Alright, do not harass this person. do not harass that person. I was going to try to get it paused before the TikTok name came up, but I was not able to do that, and I don't know how to block it out in my new editing software, so just please do not harass that person. If I see anyone doing that, you will be banned. So I've seen plenty of people mocking this person for this take. Not for their take, but for the way they look. I've seen people kind of mocking their beliefs, which this is such a macroaggression on their part, and I doubt their ancestors are gonna protect you from being an edgelord. That is something I am gonna cover. But overall, what I've mostly seen is people basically mocking this person for the way they look, mocking them for saying that they were an asexual devotee of Athena, which do what you believe is best for you. I don't care. What I'm here to do is not mock. I'm here to go against the mocking, is what I'm trying to say, and actually point out the flaws in this argument, because that's what I like to do. And it basically boils down to this. Not even white people. You can strike out the white there. Just people in general, when you don't follow rules of a religion you aren't a part of. That is an issue that we see across the world, whether it be in Myanmar, where Muslims are currently being subjected to a genocide, whether it be in the Middle East, where religious minorities are persecuted, whether it be in the United States, where evangelical Christians are trying to force their beliefs on non-Christians. It happens across the globe. Everyone does this, unfortunately, and it shouldn't be done. The fact of the matter is, the issue that we saw with this video up here was
She's
that
not white. She's from the island of
this
Cyprus.
person the person here could have used this as a chance to educate people about Greek paganism as a religion.
A literal deity
Just,
doesn't
hey,
need
here's
to
some
be
cool
not
things
white for you
about
to not
Aphrodite.
disrespect them.
Here are some cool
And I doubt your
things
ancestors are going to protect you from
here's some cool things about Aphrodite. Here's some cool things about where she originates from in Greek religion. Here are some cool things about the other gods, their relationships, etc. She could have used this as a point to educate on this joke. This wasn't even malicious. This was a joke. This person told a joke. But instead of taking the joke and going, ha, that's funny, because I am secure in my religion and I'm fine when people make slight jokes, which, like, the whole calling yourself prettier for an Aphrodite thing, that's been a joke for so long. For so long. Even when I was in, like, middle school and we read the Odyssey and the Iliad, we joked about that. Because, like, it's a funny fact of the Greek mythos. Like, don't call yourself prettier than Aphrodite, and clearly that person was making a joke off of this. But in response, what this person does is basically say, of course, pointing out where Aphrodite originates from, and instead of going and educating a bit more about Greek religion, just immediately runs into a deity doesn't need to be white for you to not disrespect them. This person doesn't adhere to Greek orthodoxy as a religion, more than likely. The person who made the original joke. And it would be one thing if they were mocking you personally, as a person, or you personally as someone with a belief set. But they were making a joke about a deity that people very often joke about of this variety. This person was bantering, and you're sitting here going like, well, you shouldn't disrespect our kind goddess Aphrodite. I'm not devoted to her, but you shouldn't disrespect her regardless. You sound like Christian moms who get offended whenever a kid says Jesus Christ instead of like belching out like a string of cuss words whenever they fall out apart. Don't take the Lord's name in vain. Stop trying to have people adhere to this idea that they should, even if they don't believe in your deities, that they should automatically revere them and respect them in some way. I don't get that. I don't get that. And then of course you have this here, and I doubt your ancestors are gonna protect you from being an edgelord. Which, like, one could very, like, if this person who originally made the joke does believe that they are being watched over and protected by their ancestors, you could very easily make the argument that this in of itself is mocking and demeaning that belief set by saying, oh, well, your ancestors are not stronger than Aphrodite. Ooh, it's like my dad can beat up your dad. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? I genuinely want to know. There is definitely an important thing to plurality of religion and respecting plurality, respecting the fact that people have religious beliefs and are going to have religious beliefs. But part of respecting plurality is not enforcing religion on anyone or forcing religious respect on anyone. It is one thing to not care about religion, and it is another thing to respect religion and to it is one thing to respect the fact that other people have religious beliefs that are different from yours, and it is an entirely different thing to look at people and go, I don't care what you think, do not disrespect these gods, do not do this, even though you don't adhere to this, don't do it, don't disrespect them, yada yada yada. Because at a certain point, when the joke was so light, too, again, this was the joke. That, like, I'm prettier than Aphrodite. Joking. You must respect Aphrodite. I suggest that you respect Aphrodite. Like, calm down, please. You didn't need to make this whole TikTok, and this goes for everyone. If you see people making light jabs at your religion, it is one thing if they are actively mocking you for holding your religious beliefs or actively trying to persecute you for having religious beliefs. That is one thing. If this guy was just lampooning Greek paganism and calling Greek pagans like stupid or monsters or demons or whatnot, go hog wild. I do not care what you say to him at that point because he's being a dick. But what this person was doing was making a joke, and then we had an overreaction. Again, going back to the Christian mom thing, this is like if someone, again, replaced Jesus in a sentence as like a filling cuss word, as a lot of people do, and then like the Christian mom got like annoyed and went like, ooh, you can't do that. Everyone's had an experience like that. I've had an experience like that. It's annoying. Stop trying to control my language and the way that I joke and say things. Because it offends you and your religious beliefs? Really? Not because it directly affects you, not because I was directly trying to offend you, but just because it passively offended you in the way that I conducted myself? When I was ultimately doing something harmless, like this man was, in making this joke, and then you blew it up. For what reason? For what reason? At the end of the day, when it gets down to it, respect other people. If they are not actively harming you, which this man making this joke was not harming this person. This person was not harmed in the making of this joke. They looked to be offended by it. Don't let people get to you like that for something as minuscule as a joke like that. Something so tiny, something so benign. Don't, just take a chill pill. Woosah. Calm down. Drink some tea. as I'm doing right now. T, very nice. You can see the reflection of my screen, and it's great. It's phenomenal. Calm down. I love you all. Do not harass this person that I covered today. Once again, if I hear of anyone harassing this person, you will be banned and put out of my communities, because I'm just pointing out the flaws in this belief system, in the belief that you can't make jokes about religions. Just pointing out the flaws in this. Not attacking this person's character. Do not attack this person's character. Flat out. Don't do it. Don't do it. If I see it happening, you will be banned. With that being said, though, I love you all. Thank you for watching this off-stream segment. You might get a couple more of them coming at you in the coming week. It depends on how it's looking for me, and I will also try to live stream during the week. Make sure to follow me on twitter.com, link in the description, and join the Discord so that you know when I go live, so that you may be able to watch me play Breath of the Wild on the Switch. So I will update you all there whenever I'm about to start it. With that being said, I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video, which will likely be tomorrow. Peace. Gotta hit the stop record button.